Welcome back to A to Z Convos, and in this video, I'm going to be going over medical specialties and types of doctors. So, I'm going to go over what the different types of medical specialists are, and this is part one in this series. And how this is going to work is, I'm going to, first of all, explain what the doctor does. Then I'll give you time to practice pronouncing the specialist's name, and then I'll play some clips so that you can hear it in use. And again, this will be part one of this series. So our very first specialist is an allergist/immunologist. And I put the slash there because they do the same thing pretty much. So it's allergist/immunologist. And this is a doctor who treats immune system diseases. Allergist/immunologist. So go ahead and repeat that a couple of times. Allergist. Allergist. Immunologist. Immunologist. Allergist, immunologist, allergist, immunologist. Now let's watch some clips.
Wow, it's everything my allergist said.
He's actually not my boy. He's technically my allergist.
He's the best allergist in the valley, okay?
An optometrist, an allergist, a dermatologist, a urologist, an optometrist.
Okay, and now on to the next specialist. This is an anesthesiologist. An anesthesiologist. An anesthesiologist is a doctor who gives medications before a surgical procedure or before surgery is performed on a patient. The anesthesiologist will give some medications. So go ahead and say that a couple of times. Anesthesiologist, 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 anesthesiologist. Now let's watch some clips.
Here's the anesthesiologist. He,
Very prominent Pakistani anesthesiologist. No, I'm kidding.
She figured out the anesthesiologist didn't have time to drop an NG tube.
You lose nothing by letting me work as an anesthesiologist.
Former anesthesiologist and a President Orlean super donor.
I joined in as an anesthesiologist on this surgery.
Are you the architect, the anesthesiologist, or the astronaut?
Yes. So, can I take your cousin, the anesthesiologist?
If not, there's an anesthesiologist inside to support breathing.
So I was an anesthesiologist in the ER, and the first time I heard...
Okay, so now let's move on to the next specialist, and this is a cardiologist. Cardiologist. A cardiologist is a doctor who treats diseases of the heart. Cardiologist. 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 A doctor who treats diseases of the heart. Now go ahead and say that a couple of times, slowly, and then pick up the pace. Cardiologist, 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 cardiologist. Now let's watch some clips.
I'm sure he's got a cardiologist on speed dial.
It's Dr. Shrek. He's Monty Shrek's kid.
Monty the bookie's son is a cardiologist.
I was going to be a cardiologist, but I didn't have the heart.
Yeah, I'd like to give a shout out to my cardiologist.
A rich doctor, cardiologist, leader in his field.
My cardiologist tells me that I've got a year.
Okay, and now let's move on to the next specialist, and this is a dentist. A dentist. A dentist is a doctor who treats diseases of the teeth and the gums. A dentist. Dentist. a doctor who treats diseases of the teeth and the gums. Now, you might hear it pronounced as dentist if you're listening or watching American TV. A lot of times, some Americans will drop the first T, so it will sound like dentist, and other times, others will say dentist. So you can choose to say it whichever way you prefer, dentist or dentist. Dentist, dentist. Dentist, dentist. Dentist, dentist. Now let's watch some clips.
I think it's a dentist's office.
2 offices for 2 dentists.
We gotta get you to a dentist.
A dentist is Sunday.
A dentist! Good grief!
I'm your dentist.
And start having dentist appointments that aren't dentist appointments.
Mrs. Marsha Dentist.
You'll be a dentist.
Okay, and now let's move on to the next specialist, and this is a dermatologist. 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 This is a doctor who treats skin diseases. A dermatologist. Dermatologist. A doctor who treats skin diseases. So go ahead and say that a couple of times slowly and then pick up the pace. Dermatologist. 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 Now let's watch some clips.
I nabbed him a year ago at the dermatologist's office.
But nothing's quite as sad as a dermatologist that's just been paged.
You said that was to show the dermatologist.
Private shopping at Bergdorf, swing by the dermatologist first.
SCARD, the Society of Concerned and Responsible Dermatologists.
And Bill O'Reilly's ineffective dermatologist.
Okay, and now let's move on to the next specialist, and this is an endocrinologist. 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 This is a doctor who treats hormonal diseases. Endocrinologist. Endocrinologist. A doctor who treats hormonal diseases. So now go ahead and say it slowly, then pick up the pace. Endocrinologist. 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 And now let's watch some clips.
He was an endocrinologist.
Maybe you should see an endocrinologist.
Here's a number for a reproductive endocrinologist.
Okay, and now let's move on to the next specialist, and this is a family physician. A family physician. A family physician is a doctor who treats the whole family for routine medical conditions. A family physician. Family physician. Now, go ahead and say it a couple of times. Family physician, and then pick up the pace. Family physician. Family physician. Family physician. Family physician. Family physician. Now let's go ahead and watch some clips.
Dr. Cusimano, besides being your family physician.
No, I'm Dr. Beddoes, the family physician.
The Bunker family physician, Dr. Ferguson.
Okay, and now let's move on to the next specialist. And this is a gastroenterologist. A gastroenterologist. A gastroenterologist is a doctor who treats stomach diseases. A gastroenterologist is a doctor who treats stomach diseases. So now let's go ahead and practice saying that slowly, then pick up the pace. Gastroenterologist. 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 Now let's watch some clips.
Call the gastroenterologist.
Is my future husband or my gastroenterologist?
The number of the nearest gastroenterologist.
Except we don't have a gastroenterologist.
And now let's move on to the next specialist. This is a general surgeon. A general surgeon. A general surgeon is a doctor who operates on all parts of the body, who does general surgery on all parts of the body. A general surgeon. General surgeon. So go ahead, say that a couple of times. General surgeon. General surgeon. General surgeon. General surgeon. General surgeon. And now let's watch some clips.
I am both an OBGYN and a general surgeon.
Than any other general surgeon on staff last month.
That's either a proctologist or a general surgeon.
Dr. Gray is a well-respected general surgeon.
I'm a general surgeon, not a neurosurgeon.
We already have a general surgeon.
Do you have any general surgeons available?
Okay, and now let's move on to the next specialist. And this is a geriatrician. A geriatrician is a doctor who takes care of elderly people. And this is known also as geriatric medicine or geriatric practice. So a geriatrician is a doctor who takes care of elderly people. So let's say that a couple of times slowly and then pick up the pace. Geriatrician, 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 geriatrician. A doctor who takes care of elderly people, geriatric medicine specialist. Now let's watch some clips.
Welcome to the new Springfield Center for Geriatric Medicine.
They should have gone into geriatrics.
Do everything from geriatrics to pediatrics.
My specialty is geriatrics. Huh?
Okay. And that's it for this first part of going over the different medical specialties. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below. And don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned for part 2. Thank you for watching.